All right, this is my favorite way to do internal hip rotation, pails and rails. So you want to have something that you can bring your knee up on. I like to block underneath my other knee, so I'm not using too much hip extension, especially if you don't have too much of that. You can bend your back knee, bring your front knee up onto your box. It can be a chair, it can be your bed. Honestly, it's finding the stretch that matters. So pull your hip back, and you're working two different mechanisms here. So you're trying to tip your hips back, just as if you were doing cat-cow in your tailbone. This is spinal, low spine extension. So tip your pelvis forward, pull your belly button forward, and think like there's a string pulling your hip back this way. You can see I keep my ankle off of it, especially because I often feel my knee doing a lot of the work. Your knee rotates, so that rotation might compensate for what's happening in the hip instead. So you can see the difference there. If my ankle's on the bench, it's going to take over a lot of what my hip is doing. If I let it go this way or this way, you can see how much my knee rotates. So I like to kick my ankle off, and I'll slide my knee forward. Your goal isn't get deeper, it's learn how to stretch better. So make any adjustments you need here. Brace your body with the rest of your body, so put your hands into stilts. If you let your elbows bend, you're going to slowly start to creep here and not realize it. So brace with the body, stick your hips back, pull your belly button forward, and breathe here in the stretch. You want to feel the stretch on the outside of the hip. If you feel a pinching in the hip, you have to get out of it. That's not what you're stretching. So find any adjustments. Maybe pull your knee out this way. Maybe pull it in this way. This is all external rotation. So anywhere across the spectrum is still external rotation of the hip. Find the stretch here. Catch your breath. Breathe here. Bring your system to neutralize, breathing in and out through your nose. And then when you've satisfied being here for however long you've intended to be here, 2.5 minutes is the gold standard. Not everyone has that threshold. Some people's legs might fall asleep. So you want to build your threshold up so you can hold that. That's time under tension in this deep stretch. When your body lets you go deeper, you go deeper. But it's not going deeper like this. It's going deeper, sending your hip back, belly button forward. Pails contractions. Start to push down onto your knee, onto your ankle, as if you're trying to internally rotate this leg bone. Leg bone's trying to do this, nothing's moving. You can't see what I'm doing. Imagine putting 1 pound of pressure down, 2 pounds of pressure, 3 pounds of pressure. Hold your maximum safest effort for 10 seconds. And then reverse the action doing 2 different things. External rotation, think about this bone now rotating this way. So I'm trying to get even deeper into it. Nothing is going to lift. So I try not to let my ankle or my knee do it. If I start rotating up my knee, I'm going to lose the contraction of my hip. Pull the hip bone back. Lead with your belly button. You're going deeper into the pose, trying to feel this tissue rotating outwards just in the hip. Hold that, maximum safest contraction, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly melt. And repeat. So you're always working into end range. Be sure to save the work with some hip cards. I like this position because it is a perfect size for me. With axial rotations, internal rotation, external rotation, straight leg, only the hip bone is moving, and or with some lift offs and external rotation, eccentric work, depending on your program.